Those watching it, 7 minutes, just a short preview rather of the full movie that is not yet out, but there was a political film thriller of how young vigilante in Kenya want to change the corrupt system. And I have the man behind it, the film director, as well as the film director and writer, Saitoba Kayara. It's so good to have you here this morning. That gave me chills.
Wow, it also gave me chills.
So how does it end?
Well, it's a mystery, so I can't just give out the whole story, the plot, so it's a mystery. You'll find out very soon enough.
And what inspired you guys to do this film? I mean, first of all, the quality in itself is fantastic. The music was giving me goosebumps as we are watching it here in studio. And the quality in itself was perfect. But what inspired you guys to do a film on Kenya's youth and the corruption within this nation?
Well, I'll take you back memory lane, flashback a bit. I came up with the idea, the story around 2015. So it's something that's been lingering in my mind, and I was like, I really need to do a film about, you know, the Kenyan political scene. So fast forward to 2018, we actually pitched the idea to the Kalasha International Film Market, and we won. So there was a cash prize in it, which was 500,000. So we are a group of very young filmmakers. We decided to put up the project, and we're all professional.
Right.
So then we decided to make the trailer. So in actual sense, we haven't shot the film yet because we're still looking for funds.
So that was just a teaser. What we watched was just a teaser.
Yes, it's just a teaser. It's like something small just to get people excited.
No, that gave me goosebumps.
Yeah.
All right, so you have the cash, you already have your script, which you wrote in 2015,
Yes.
and now you're just actualizing it in 2018.
Yes.
As a young person, and as a Kenyan, and as a film director, what really inspired your writing? Is it, for example, the corruption cases that we're seeing in Kenya? Is it because probably within your social circles you feel that fellow young people are frustrated with the system, courtesy of the film itself called The System? You know, but yeah, could you relate with what's happening here in Kenya with the society?
Yes, actually for me as a young person, and like every other young person out there, there's an itch and a bun. They're very disappointed with their political class. So the inspiration basically came immediately after the 2013 election. So there was so much tension. People thought, oh, maybe we'll go back to 2007. So I just had to be creative about it. And actually in 2015, I had the whole concept of the handshake, the two politicians. So
wait, in 2015?
Yes.
Right. No way.
Yes.
Wait, in 2015, you had the concept of two politicians shaking their hand.
Yes.
That handshake happened this year, 2018.
Exactly. Maybe artists are prophets. You never know. The modern day kind of prophets. But it's not surprising because you can, based on how you view the world, some things are very predictable. So it's not rocket science. So as long as you have a grip and a grasp of what is going on, you can actually foresee what is actually coming in future.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, your story reminds me of, I can't remember the name, but the director behind the film Avatar. When I watched behind the scenes, he said that he wrote this script close to 10 years before we got a chance to watch Avatar.
Yeah.
And apparently he held on to it because at that time the technology within the film industry was not up to par to with what he wanted to actualize.
Yeah.
So for you, his reason was technology. What is it that made you hold on to that script and for you to actualize the movie 4 years later?
Well, first of all, like in our industry, the biggest challenge is financing. So even us going to pitch, thanks to the Kenya Film Commission, we won. So that enabled us to get some funds just to make a small teaser and try and look for more funds in future. So sometimes we have projects that we've shelved, but we have to, you know, go about in ways where we can look for money to actually shoot. And you know, film is very expensive.
It is,
yeah.
It is. Okay, so here you are. You and your team have shot this amazing 7 minutes teaser on a very sensitive topic here in Kenya as young people. Then what next? Where would you find your next funding to help you now turn it into a proper movie? Like you said, since funding is a challenge for young directors and writers here in Kenya.
Yes, I think the next take of action, we are doing a crowdfunding. So we have Mchanga. We have actually a website, which is www.systemthefilm.com. So, and we are looking to get different investors on board. So we are appealing to anyone who's, willing to be part of this project, to be part of this journey, to just, shout us out, look for us, and we can discuss further and see how to make this project become a reality.
Take us through, as a writer, take the audience through the process of writing such an amazing storyline. I'm sure it just doesn't happen overnight. What are the components that go into writing? What do you do when you get mind block, creativity block? Take us through that.
Well, first of all, they say writers have to hate themselves. I know it's something very weird.
Hate themselves?
Yes, really hate themselves. Basically, as a writer, you just have to be very observant in what's going on in the world. And that's when you try and be creative, get your creative juices to write, to put your story down. So basically, sometimes you use real life experiences, but you kind of, make it subtle. It's not too direct. So for me, basically, I'd say I normally write between 11 p.m. to 5 a.m., very weird hours. But that's part of the writing journey. So, yeah.
Oh, wow. So between 11 p.m. and 5 a.m., just writing. Do you do the storyboards that I've seen, where as a writer, you have storyboards to sort of direct how you'd want to see now your script coming to life? So
when you're writing, once you finish till the end, you have to do a couple of drafts. So you have to take your script through a couple of drafts. For instance, for this film, I've done 3 drafts. So what I do is basically write a script, share it with the team so that they can be able to, look at it. And then once you've done the script, that's when we get a storyboard artist and do every scene by scene of how we need to shoot it.
All right, now, because you're here and we can express us the ability to have you here, take us behind the scenes of this specific film, what you were doing, how was the cast at 8 a.m. on the ground? Paint for our viewers.
Yeah, so basically I have to say, first of all, the people who are behind this project are very amazing people, very wonderful people from the cast, from the crew, the producer, who's Momoliku. They were just amazing, and they all bought into the idea. So they were amazing, and of course the cast have to be there on time, and we had to provide maybe their transport and of course meals. So it's always amazing, and particularly it was a very fun set. People weren't too uptight, it wasn't too serious. People were very relaxed and having fun. So yeah, that's just a glimpse of behind the scenes.
All right, and how many days did it take for you guys to shoot? How long?
We shot 2 days back to back, but we had to shoot 2 other days for extra scenes. For instance, where you saw in Nairobi, we had a few shots here and there, but we got our licenses, so...
Just to be clear?
Yes, just to be clear, yeah.
All right, but you said you shot that here in Nairobi. I want to presume that given how Kenya is diverse with its natural scenes, you had to take the shooting from Nairobi, perhaps to other regions?
Well, we basically just shot around Nairobi.
All right. Just before you give me that specific scenario, for our viewers who are just joining us, what you have on your screen right now, it is a short film, a political thriller to be specific, of young vigilantes who are taking on, should I say, the corrupt system here in the country, here within the nation. It's a 7-minute trailer, a tease of, to be specific. But yes, did you have to shoot in other places within Nairobi or outside of Nairobi?
Well, we shot somewhere along the border of Nairobi, so it's still Nairobi. So basically, we had to shoot everything in Nairobi just because of the cast and crew and their locality. So yeah, but in the actual script, there are very other scenes, not just in Nairobi. We get to see Nakuru, you know, Kisumu, Mombasa, all these major cities, you know, their take on this political class.
Let's talk about politics a little bit as young people, because I mean, for you to be inspired to write a script that has to do with the corrupt system in Kenya, do you think that young people are, should I say, vigilant, since that's a term we're using to describe your film, vigilant with the system here in Kenya, vigilant with the politics, vigilant with who it is that you're voting for at the ballot, vigilant to question your MPs and to put them on the check and say you said you would do X, Y, and Z. Do you feel as if young people are vigilant enough?
Yeah, I think people are actually, you know, they are starting to get frustrated, especially in what's going on in the country. That's why they take it to social media and express their frustration. And I think we need to take more action, not just talk. We need to, you know, walk the talk. Because basically, for instance, in the teaser, I know it's not ideal what to do, but it's more about to send a message. And that's why one of our tagline is the revolution will be televised. In our modern day, so we want a revolution to be televised, to be posted, to be tweeted, to be shared. So it's high time we took affirmative action, and especially young people, they always say we are the future generation of, you know, so we have to be of sober mind, and, you know, we have to take action. And as actually, the thing about the politics in our country, we tend to morph into what they are, and we shouldn't do that. We should take examples of other, maybe first world country and how they carry on our activities, because honestly, the massive looting in this country is too much, and we have to do something. We have to take affirmative action. All
right, more with Kayari when we come back from this short commercial break. He is a film director and writer, the man behind the movie The System, which you've just seen, a political film trailer here in Kenya that seeks to sort of put into spotlight our corrupt system. We'll be right back.